are dead. Over the last week we've had reports that Jaime could still be alive due to him not receiving an after show send off, but this leak confirms that the character is indeed dead and up there with Varys, the Red Woman and the rest of the characters that D&D couldn't be bothered to write a proper end for. Anyway, they find Grey Worm and his men and they have Lannister soldiers trapped and they're about to kill them. Jon tries to tell Grey Worm to stop, to which Grey Worm tells Jon that it's the Queen's orders. Then they cut to Dany giving a speech pretty much saying how she's freed the people from King's Landing and the new goal is freeing the rest of the world. Dany turns to Tyrion and tells him he committed treason, and Tyrion tells her that she's killed thousands of innocent people, and he takes off the hand's pin and throws it at the ground. Due to this betrayal, Dany sends him to prison. This is consistent with the way the shows seem to be going for the character, and Tyrion has pretty much had a hard time dealing with the way that Dany has changed so rapidly over the past season, which, yeah, he's not the only one there. Anyway, from here Jon goes to see Dany, at which point she's sitting on the Iron Throne alone. Jon tells her that she needs to stop being crazy and that Grey Worm killed the Lannister army from the previous scene. Dany tells Jon that she's doing it for the people. Jon pretends to understand and agrees, but he's tricking her. When her guard is down, he stabs and he kills her, which, if this is the way she goes out, is pretty disappointing. Drogon comes and he's standing over her body and he melts the Iron Throne and carries her away. I can see this being pretty disappointing if it happens, especially the Iron Throne bit, as who finally sits there has been teased for so long that there's no way that this doesn't let people down. Anyway, Grey Worm has Tyrion and Jon as his prisoners after their betrayal. The council, led by Sansa, tells Grey Worm to release Jon back to them, but he refuses. That's when Tyrion says that the new king or queen should decide what happens to Jon. Sam suggests a democratic vote for the new king, which Tyrion calls stupid. However, they go ahead with this and the council votes and decides that Bran should be the king. Bran then picks Tyrion as his hand. This is consistent with the leaks that we've had so far, and though many, myself included, switched and said they changed to Sansa, this is a point of contention which I'll discuss later in this episode. Tyrion tells Jon that his punishment is going back to the Wall and to join the Night's Watch. Grey Worm accepts Jon's punishment, but he doesn't bend the knee and then he leaves with his troops and Dothraki army, and together they go on ships to free the slave cities. They show Tyrion leading the council and Jon says goodbye to Sansa and Arya. Arya tells them that she isn't going back home and that she's going to explore whatever's west of Westeros because that's where no one has been. The final scene is a closing montage. You see Arya on a ship with Sansa ruling Winterfell. This is sort of where the confusion between Bran and Sansa has come from for many, I think, because with the leaks before this being so sparse, there was a lot of back and forth on it. So, just to clarify, Bran is the king of the Seven Kingdoms and Sansa is the ruler of Winterfell. Jon doesn't stay at the Wall and he reunites with Tormund and Ghost, whom he pets. The other fates are as follows. The council members are Samwell Tarly, the Grand Master, Davos Seaworth, Master of Ships, Bronn, Master of Coin and High Garden, Brienne, Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, Yara Greyjoy, Lord of Iron Islands, Robin, Lord of Kingdom of the Mountain and the Vale, Gendry, Lord of Storm's End, and Jon Rice, Lord of Runestone. Sam mentions that they've seen Drogon in some location but aren't sure, and Bran just says, "I'll look for him." They don't have a Master of Laws and Whisperers, and Tyrion is looking for the right people to fill these spots. And no, they don't clarify what Bran was doing during the Battle of Winterfell. And that's pretty much everything we have on the episode. If this is how it goes down, I can definitely see a lot of people being disappointed on the whole, as I think the majority of characters get a raw deal. I know it's Game of Thrones and you should never expect a happy ending, but this feels like quite poor handling, and I'm still kinda hoping in the back of my mind that this isn't how it goes down, but more and more every day as these leaks come out, they seem to back up the ones before. Obviously, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the leaks, and if you think they will happen or not. Comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video then please like it and make sure you check out my 11-minute video of Game of Thrones actors being disappointed about how season 8 has turned out, which will be linked at the end. This is a channel for people who are never missing television, so if that's the kind of thing you like, you need to subscribe to Definition. Thanks again for taking the time to watch this, you've been the best and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.